What's up, fam? It's your boy Bentwan. Welcome to B-Block. Today we're going to be getting into Beefy.Finance. If you guys are a fan of PancakeSwap and Binance Smart Chain, this is going to be the platform for you. This is a vault automated system. They automate all of their vaults, and these vaults offer extremely high APYs. This is very resemblant of DeFi Summer. For those of you who are not familiar with the risk involved with DeFi, please understand this is still very early, and there are a lot of risk involved with this, like smart contract bugs. There could be pump and dump schemes. There could be rug pulls. There could be other things going on that you don't know. Whatever funds you're putting into this, you could absolutely lose all of them. Impermanent loss is another risk. So that means putting your assets in and the underlying assets completely losing their value inside of these pools. A great part about this is that you're able to quickly get in and out of these pools if the asset starts to drop in price, and you start to recognize that because BSC is so fast and the transactions are so cheap, there's not that small little door where everybody's flooding to get out at the same time, and you can't get your liquidity out of these pools like the ETH network. And that's why I love Beefy.Finance, because I think that if you're able to manage your risk and closely monitor how things are going, then you can absolutely mitigate a lot of the risks that are involved with this. Beefy.Finance is by far one of my favorite projects out there. So let's get into this, and I hope you guys are excited to see what Beefy.Finance is all about. All right, so if you do not have your Smart Chain wallet set up, Binance Smart Chain wallet, please go ahead and refer to my other video on PancakeSwap, because in order to use Beefy.Finance, you do have to use PancakeSwap first and be able to have your wallet set up so that you can transact on Binance Smart Chain. So I will refer you back to the other video I'd made about PancakeSwap, because that is the building block off of how to use Beefy.Finance. But let's get into this. Beefy.Finance is a automated vault system inside the Binance Smart Chain world, and it aggregates all your yields for you automatically. So one of the great things about this is we're going to go ahead and launch this up. All right, so this is where we're going to connect our BEP20 wallet, our MetaMask, which we have programmed up. All right, so here's what we're going to do. I'm going to walk you through a lot of these vaults. You can see this gives you plenty of information. Some of these APYs are absolutely astronomical. We're talking 7.8 trillion APY. Now, understand, this is absolutely ridiculous that this is even a thing, but 5.6 million here for Kebab SBDO. One of the pools that I absolutely love is going to be BDO BNB. This is a stable coin paired up with BNB. Absolutely love it. All these other assets, though, you're going to be able to find on PancakeSwap. So the first thing is that you're going to need to get assets in order to stake them inside of these pools. So the first thing we need to do is we need to make sure we pick our pool of what we want to stake. So if you also look down here, you scroll, you can see Cake Smart. So what this is doing is this is taking your cake, and you can stake it inside of Beefy.Finance, and Cake Smart automatically aggregates your yields in the best pools possible. So look at these APYs, 276, I think on the direct website for PancakeSwap, this is around like 137. So you can see you're getting 0.36 daily. This is absolutely brilliant. Let's even roll down to some of their single asset pools that they have, like DAI. You can earn up to 69% APY, 0.14 daily. They even have BNB pools, USDT pools, where you can earn 61%. We're talking annually. If you put $100 in every year, you're going to make 60 every year just for putting it in here. So the way I like to view this is almost like a little miniature bank. You're becoming your own bank in many ways, because you're lending out your assets and you're getting interest just for lending them out. Some of these interests are absolutely astronomical, like I said earlier. So let's get started here. I'm going to walk you through how to get some of these involved into these vaults. So the first thing I'm going to do is we're going to look for Pancake, just because I wanted to show you guys how to do that. So we look here, it shows that I have 2.46 Cake in that other liquidity pool on Cake. What we're going to do is we're going to approve this transaction first. Going to confirm with the 7 cents. I'll take that all day. And then once that transaction is approved, you can then stick your cake inside of this Cake Smart Vault. And what this Cake Smart Vault does is it aggregates and it bounces around your yields so that you get the absolute best yields for your cake. So it's not just sticking it in one pool and it's going to sit there. It can bounce it around to all different pools and it aggregates those yields automatically. So the next thing we're going to do is we're going to slide this on over, and we're going to approve this transaction, initiate the transaction, gas fees minimal as usual on Binance Smart Chain. And just a quick tip for you, if you have assets and you don't want to scroll through all the vaults that you have, you can do the hide zero balance, and that'll show you, all right, so this is what I have deposited here, and this is what's actually inside the vault. You can see if it's just your balance that you have, it'll typically show up right here. So that's how you get your cake inside of this Cake Smart Vault. The other thing I do want to walk you through today is if there are other assets. Let's just say, for example, we wanted to get into this SBDO pool BUSD. We're going to have to utilize PancakeSwap in order to get the asset SBDO and BUSD, because right now I only have Binance Coin or BNB. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the exchange. If I wanted to get SBDO, I'm going to come over here. Now, if this does not show up for you, that is okay. The next thing we're going to do is we're going to go to CoinGecko, and we're going to look up this particular asset. So what we're looking for is the contract address for this particular asset. The biggest thing that you want to make sure is that you're selecting the correct coin, because what we're going to do is we're going to use BSC scan, which is the same thing as ETH scan, that pulls up all the contracts, everything you need to know about the particular chain. So as you can see, this pulls up the contract for SBDO, which is Share BDO token. All right, so what we got is this is the contract address right here. All right, so this is what we need to take to PancakeSwap, and if this doesn't show up for you, you're going to enter in this contract address. What that will do is that will pull up the asset, and there will be a little add button right here, and you're going to add that button in. All right, so same concept earlier when we were talking about the two asset pools inside of PancakeSwap. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to make sure I have BDO, which I don't, so I need to exchange for. So what we're going to do now is, in order to get the asset SBDO, we're going to swap out a little of this BNB. You can use any other asset to swap for SBDO. So you're going to see, we're going to swap this out, and then we're going to go stake it inside of that vault. Now what I need to do is I need to get BUSD, because that's the second asset that I need in that particular vault. So we're going to take some of this BNB here. And we're going to put some of that into BUSD. All right, keep in mind these are very small transactions, just so you guys get the feel for what's going on here. So what I'm doing now is converting the BNB into BUSD. So now I have SBDO, which is the one asset, and now I have the second asset, BUSD. So now once you've swapped out for the two assets, we have to get a liquidity pool token. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to the liquidity button, and we're going to add liquidity. We're going to come over here to SBDO, and we're going to come here to BUSD. Now, here's what we talked about earlier on the PancakeSwap tutorial. If one of these says insufficient balance, it's because you don't have enough of one asset. You're staking the same amount in both assets. So we're going to approve this now that this is populated. And we're also going to approve BUSD. All right, so now that both of those transactions have been approved, we're going to supply this to that particular pool. Yes, we want to confirm this. And once again, the MetaMask transaction, I think in total, I paid probably 10 cents to be able to do all of this just to get the liquidity pool token. So as you can see, once this is done and completed, this will pop up right here where it'll show my liquidity for this particular pool. So now that this transaction is completed, you can see these are the liquidity pool tokens that I have right now. So this is the SBDO BUSD liquidity pool right here, and it shows me what's in my wallet. So now that this is in my wallet, we're going to go back to Beefy.Finance, and we're going to find the SBDO BUSD pool. As you can see, my balance has popped up, and we're going to do the same exact thing we did with the Cake Smart wallet. So what we're going to do is we're going to approve the full amount, and we're going to confirm. And after this is done confirming, we're going to supply it into this particular vault, the SBDO BUSD pool. And we want to deposit that whole liquidity pool token in there. And you'll see once this hits deposit all, approval successful. That was from earlier. Now deposit is successful. So typically you just want to give yourself a quick refresh. Now it is deposited inside of this liquidity pool, and I'm making 2.3% daily. Just understand this pool is subject to massive impermanent loss. SBDO is a highly volatile asset. If you know anything about SBDO, it is part of the boardroom in that BDO protocol, which is an algorithmic stablecoin. Super brilliant idea. But this particular share BDO is highly volatile. I've seen it at $700. I've seen it up at $1,400 in a matter of days. It's bounced up. It's gone down. So just understand that this is extremely high APY and extremely high daily payouts, but it is also subject to massive impermanent loss. So what I got for you guys next is a super brilliant website for how to monitor your funds while they're sitting inside of these Beefy vaults or even PancakeSwap. So what this is kind of like a Xerion or a Zappify, where it gives you that bird's eye view. How's your asset doing? How's the impermanent loss? What's the growth? What's the payouts? Everything you need to know. So we're going to pull up my wallet, and this is going to show me exactly what's inside of Beefy.Finance. So you can see the SBDO pool and the CakeSmart pool. This is what's going on. It's showing your APYs, how much you've earned, how much your yield is. This even gives you a great snapshot of impermanent loss, your trading fees, what you're earning for getting inside these pools. And don't forget, every time somebody's transacting in and out of these pools that you're in, you're making transaction fees. So whether it's being bought or sold, you're getting these trading fees inside of that pool for that particular liquidity pool. So super cool tool to have. This is called YieldWatch.net. A friend of mine showed it to me, and it is awesome to use to monitor your Beefy.Finance and your Binance Smart Chain investments. I highly recommend using this tool for any kind of vaults that you're getting involved in. This is why DeFi is awesome. And this is why DeFi on Binance Smart Chain is even better, in my opinion, than the ETH network right now. That's subject to change in the future. I hope that ETH2 can produce some good things just like this. But if you're looking to utilize DeFi and you don't want to pay these massive gas fees and get stuck on transactions, I highly recommend getting involved with Binance Smart Chain. All right, folks, I hope you were able to learn something about how to use Binance Smart Chain today. This was my walkthrough tutorial of how to get into Beefy.Finance, learn how to use the BSC scan and the YieldWatch.net, which gives you that bird's eye view of the liquidity pools and the vaults of which you have your funds in. If you are an intermediate to expert DeFi user, you are going to absolutely love this. I highly recommend checking out Binance Smart Chain and Beefy.Finance is the go-to for any kind of vaults. They did model things after YieldFinance. So for those of you who are familiar with YieldFinance, this is almost the exact replica, but put on Binance Smart Chain. This is absolutely awesome. I love using it. If you haven't, please hit the thumbs up button, like, subscribe, and hit that notification so you know next time I release one of these hot tip videos. I appreciate you guys tuning in today. Until next time, over and out.